Hello, my name is Bruce from Nova Scotia. I'm going to lead you through a four-stage engagement process of sensitization, valuing, empowerment, and sustainability. I usually do this in 2-day sessions, so we'll try our best to do it in 5 minutes. So what are some of the issues? Well, first of all, for change to happen, we need the oppressors to become allies in cultural change. And we need to design these cultural shift interventions that are effective and sustainable over time. We used to think that all we needed to do was to give people information and training about an issue, and people would take action. Somehow the magic would happen. We know now that's not true. People need internal motivation. So how do we foster intrinsic motivation? Well, we sensitize them through lived experience rather than just information. We connect them to what matters. We empower them with tools and resources, and we sustain their action through the creation of networks of peers. First step is sensitization. People at the top of a power pyramid usually have no concept of the lived experience of those below. So we need to create experiential exercises to bring that into their consciousness and to understand what the issues are from a different perspective. People in a place of privilege often don't have an emotional connection to these issues and no clear motivation as to why they should change their behavior and the real risks that might be involved in doing that. We need to be able to connect them with their core values so they know why they're doing it. Shifting one's understanding of the culture one has been raised in and the ways that one has behaved in it can be incredibly overwhelming. And few people have the tools and resources that have any kind of impact on that. We need to be able to train and share these with people. People shape their behavior based on observing people in their community that look like them. How do we create a network so that people who are trying to make these differences can be inspired and their behavior be normalized by others in their community? So why would you care about this framework? Take a moment to reflect on why you do the work you do. What core values does it manifest? Would you like to be able to enhance your culture shift effectiveness? And what could you do to implement this framework? Imagine a culture shift project that you'd like to create. What do you already know about effective engagement? How could this particular model help you do that even better? How could a project that you're involved with be enhanced by activating emotional connection, intrinsic motivation, providing tools, and fostering contextually relevant norms and role models? No one can do this kind of work alone. Culture Shift works best with a team of people with diverse lived experience, skill sets, resources. Who in your circles of research, teaching, or local community would you like to collaborate with to make this work a reality? This four-stage process works best if it's done in this order. People have to be sensitized to the issues to even know they exist. The issues have to matter to them. They have to be able to do something about it. And they have to have some help and support to sustain. The model is partly inspired by Paulo Freire's adult learning cycle. Look at what's happening. Think with yourself and others about it. Make a plan. Take action. Look at the impact of the action. Think with yourselves and others about it. Make a plan. Act. And the cycle goes on. The learning never stops. This model activates the three core psychological motivators. Autonomy, because this is about your values, it matters to you. Competence, because you have the resources and skills to do it. Relatedness, because you're not working alone. And this engages you in the process. In the community, we change from psychobabble to English, and we ask, what are the issues? What does this have to do with me? What can I do? Who will help? Once they find out and take action, they find deeper issues. Well, how does that have to do with me? What can I do about them? Who can help? And the cycle continues. Three of our facilitators collaborated with three police trainers to create a training that was appropriate to police culture and would enable them to take this model into the groups that they work with on the street and in the schools. Over the course of 2 or 3 months, I was successful in changing the culture of sexual harassment in a rural construction company by moving away from the old blame and shame and policy model into getting people in touch with their core values and building teamwork. Shifting the culture of a nonprofit from the charity model to an empowerment model involves sensitizing the staff to the lived experience of their clients, getting in touch with the core values of why they work there, empowering them with training, and incorporating networking into their staff meetings. So did the brief tour of the four stages of engagement at the beginning of the presentation help to motivate your interest in learning more about the process? How might you use the four stages as a checklist when designing a community innovation or training? I'd love to talk with you more about it.